Take two.
Action again. Main line coming into the house. It's really wonderful. They've got an 1.5 inch main plumbing line coming in. That's going to allow a lot of flow. They do have a pressure regulator installed, so right now the pressure is adequate and everything seems to be flowing more than adequate, but you probably have over 80 psi coming in too, so they had to knock it down. So if they ever do build some extra things up in here and your water pressure does drop, you have some wiggle room there to be able to adjust
Great.
that or have it adjusted, so that's good. Irrigation lines coming out this way, your main electric panels here. Everything inside here looked real good. Now you've got a dual main disconnect, so you have a panel here, a sub panel in the garage, and a sub panel at the pool.
Okay.
Right now, I can't get to the sub panel in the garage because of all the stuff there. It's kind of directly behind everything they have in the garage, which it was nice of them to clean everything out and put it in one area for me, but it was right in front of that panel, so couldn't get to that. But if it looks like anything like these do, everything was wired professionally. Wire sizes are good. Everything was done by an electrician, so no problems there. But if you need to shut off power to the whole house, just these two would shut off everything.
Awesome.
The pool sub panel separately can be shut off here as well, but that would be shut down with this one. So.
And you said that it's a 400 amp panel, which was,
Yep.
they wouldn't have had to do that, so it's nice that they did. More flexibility.
Yeah, and I mean, especially if you got electric cars you want to charge, or welders, or whatever else you want to do in there. They do have gas here. Gas shut off is right here. If you ever need to shut off the gas, you shouldn't have to mess with that. But everything, all the lines I saw looked supported properly. All the gas appliances were firing up just fine, so everything looked good there. This, because it does have access to the pool area, you probably want to put a self-closing device on here so that it closes and latches every time. Personally, I would keep this locked too, just because it does have access to the outside there. The garage door to the exterior, you can see a few little gaps. Just need to be sealed in, just to prevent deterioration. It looks like at some point they've sealed in some gaps, but they didn't do the up high ones. So this is something that needs to be done every 5 or so years, just reseal all that stuff. So you don't have water coming in around those trim areas. The dryer vent over here that has flapper style on it. It's not quite sealing up because you can see the heat build up there. So I would clean that out. That's something else you should do on a regular basis. Just clean that dryer vent out so that you can have that seal properly, and it increases your efficiency of your dryer and reduces the risk of fire. So lots
Cool.
of good things about that.
And that's the second AC line, right? Then the bottom one is over there by the gas meter, I think, right?
Yeah, I can't remember. There was another one on this side too. Yeah, that's settings. So if you see anything coming out of the upper one there,
Cool.
and they usually put them over a window so it
You
drips down
see
and then
if
you
it's
can see
dripping.
them,
Yeah,
So if
I
you see
know.
them in really odd places, that's why.
Look at this place, guys.
The pool equipment, I put it all into service mode, ran everything manually. Automatic valves for the spa controls work just fine. Pool lights and spa light worked. Heater kicked on. Filtration is a cartridge filter. It seems to be running within specs at this point. I didn't pull it apart to look at the inside of it. Blower worked for the spa.
Better labeled than anyone I've
yeah.
ever seen.
Oh, it's pretty clean and relatively new, so it's in pretty good shape. That's pretty rare to not have a list of units in there as long.
Yeah. And then I assume that along the fence is just grass on the other side with
It's just a little
sprinklers.
excess water kind of soaking up in, so you can adjust the amount of water. Sometimes it's just in the soil too. Kind of comes up, especially when they paint the walls. If it wasn't painted, you barely even notice that, that amount probably. But,
Nothing
but yeah, you just
structural
wanna
or
do
anything you're worried
anything.
about, just
not at this
the
point.
way
I
it
mean,
looks.
Certainly 20 years, if nothing was adjusted and you keep continuing to have excess water in an area it's not supposed to be, then it could deteriorate. But just keep an eye on that. Now we've got fake grass here,
Right.
Very little Arizona kind of desert style plants out here. So I don't know what they've got on the other side, but this side's doing pretty good. I played a little basketball. It seemed to be okay. Although I think the height's off because I couldn't dunk. But,
yeah, that's probably it.
It's a little too high. So the ball jumps upside down. Like I said, the blowers and bubblers work. I got it in spa overflow mode now.
Okay.
So that's working well. There are a couple tiles here. You can see the cracks and the outgoings here. This is pretty normal for this because this gets wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry as everything goes on and off. And so these tiles just always end up getting loose, and the first ones to crack and things. So that's a typical maintenance point I'm using. I'll recommend that be done.
Looks like a plaster pool
Yep.
with pop-ups.
Yep. And a few of the pop-ups, I mean, they're going and doing their thing. Like I said, I've got it. It's all computer controlled what modes they're in and everything, so it's doing its own thing. So I've watched the the thing rotate through. A couple of them were kind of staying up over here, so they weren't coming all the way back down. But I don't know if that was just because it was flowing a little out of a valve it wasn't supposed to, or if it's part of the, just need maintenance. But you do want to replace these heads as needed on here. But everything seems to be working as of now.